What's going on, guys? It's Wafers, and welcome back to the Newport County Road to Glory Career Mode. It's episode 40, and today we are going to be playing 6 games in this episode, and we will be doing this going forward. Usually I do 5 games, but I decided that now that we're in the Premier League, I want to get this moving, so I want to do 6 games per episode. 5 games into the Premier League season, and we are in 13th place with 5 points. We've had sort of a rough time of it. 1 win, 2 draws, and 2 losses. So hoping to improve on that in this episode. Continuing from last episode, you can see we sold Ryan Morris. He will be leaving in January. So another player gets to leave, and that leads us into our first game of the episode, live from the Rodney Parade. We are taking on Everton, and we're looking to be competitive in this one and maybe eke out a win or a draw. Bennett would get us started in the 25th minute, coming forward off a nice pass and putting that one past the keeper to give us an early 1-0 lead. Into the second half now, and Everton came forward looking for a goal of their own, doing some nice work in the box here, and eventually they are going to get free, and they will find Fulgini in the middle, and he is able to score that one to level it for them, and they would come forward again with 10 minutes to go looking for a winner. Allen here is doing some good work on the edge of the box. He's going to pass over to Iwobi, who's going to find Allen, find Jabamin, and he will finish that one to put Everton up 2-1. But we were looking to steal a late goal and steal a point out of this one. Matondo finds Jenkins to Bennett. Bennett finishes this one in the 92nd minute in order to bring us level with Everton, and we will get a point out of this game, which is good to see. As you can see here, it finishes 2-2. That was the last kick of the game, basically, and we do get a point from that game. Into the Carabao Cup, and we are going up against Sheffield United, who are still in the Premier League in this career mode. I decided to start a full backup side for this cup, as I will with all cup games, and Sheffield United came forward looking for a goal in the 25th minute. Shepherd almost makes an incredible save there, but unfortunately it bounces into the net for them to go up 1-0. And Shepherd's been generally very good this season. I'm very happy with the fact that we signed him. Unfortunately, our defense at times has been quite porous, and there's only so much he can do when he is one-on-one. So they would make the lead 2-0, but we would come back 10 minutes to go looking for a goal to cut it to 1, and we do get that. Connor Reese is able to finish that to bring it back to 2-1, and we are only a goal down with a little bit of time left. Sheffield United, though, looking to end this game. Ryan Brewster would come forward, and eventually it would end up with Mitrovic. He holds off the defender and blasts that one home, and Sheffield United would go up 3-1 and put the game out of reach. That is how it would end, and we are out of the Carabao Cup, which I'm not too fussed about. You know, we really need to concentrate on the Premier League and staying up this season, which is, you know, that's the main goal. So the cups can wait. We really need to just focus on the Premier League. Into our next Premier League game against Crystal Palace, and in the 35th minute, they played some nice football here in the box, and they were able to finish that to give themselves a 1-0 lead. Into the second half, and we are looking for an equalizer. Coughlin on the edge of the box will find Bennett. Bennett to Marsh. He's going to lay it through to Telford, who finds Marsh back, and a nice little finesse shot just around the keeper, just curling it around the keeper and putting it into the back of the net to bring us level with Crystal Palace. A nice little finish from Marsh. He's been involved in a couple goals this season, and we would end up with a draw 1-1 against Crystal Palace. We then get to see our first scouting report of this year. You'll remember that we sent out our scout after the transfer window was over because we had some extra money, and this is the first scouting report that we get back. And we actually find a prospect here, Curtis White. He's 6'7", and he's a goalkeeper. And now this is pretty interesting because we haven't really gotten a good goalkeeping prospect yet, which is why I had to go out and sign Jordan Shepherd. He's 6'7", though, has a decent potential range. We'll see what that narrows to. But just off the bat, the fact that he's 6'7" really intrigues me as a goalkeeper. I think especially in FIFA 21, when you have a goalkeeper that's 6'5" or taller, they sort of fill out more space in the goal, and it changes how the AI shoots and, you know, the animations and stuff. So Shepard's been really good, but I'm always looking for you know, the goalkeeper of the future, a better goalkeeper, looking to improve. So we'll keep him in mind. Our next game is against Chelsea at the Rodney Parade, and in the first half, they would come forward. Werner looking to pass it off to Loftus-Cheek. He ends up nicking the ball off of Wynn and puts that one in to give them a 1-0 lead. An unfortunate goal right there, but we were trying to get back into this one about 15 minutes after the restart. Telford finds Coughlin, a nice touch to get around the defenders, and he finishes that one to bring us level with Chelsea, 1-1, and there's still about a half an hour to play in this game to see if we can get anything out of it, maybe score a late winner. Unfortunately, that would not happen. We could not find a late winner against Chelsea, but we do pick up a point against them, and that's a big point to be able to, you know, get a point against another Big Six club. After that game, we get an offer for Ashley Baker. Right now, he's our third choice right back, so I will accept this offer, and we'll see if he does decide to go to Orlando. Our next game is against West Ham, and we are going to the London Stadium to take them on. And they got this one started very early, 5 minutes in. Mopé with some nice dribbling in the box. He's going to find, eventually, is going to go to Serdar, and he would put West Ham up 1-0. We would look to get an equalizer a little bit later in the first half. 35 minutes in, Bennett is going to come forward, lay this one off to Telford, back to Bennett, just playing the ball around to each other, and eventually ends up with Telford. He beats the keeper to bring us level 1-1 with West Ham in the first half. Still plenty of time here as we look to score some more goals. Unfortunately, that's not how it would go. With only a minute or two left, West Ham would come forward. Again, Serdar running the show. This one gets through to Mopé, and Mopé blasts it home, and we end up losing 2-1 to West Ham. So a tough defeat there, but we find out after that game that Baker has been sold to Orlando City. He will be leaving in January along with Morris, so they will both be leaving in January. Our next game is against Fulham, and we were looking to finally get a win. We haven't won a game in a while, so we're finally looking to get a win in this one. Fulham, though, would get the scoring started 18 minutes in. They're able to find some space down that right-hand side and score a goal to put themselves up 1-0. We would come back, though. Rollins doing some nice play here, finding some space. It gets back to Rollins. He's going to pick out a nice pass eventually to Telford, who hits this one, and the goalkeeper is just flat-footed, and we are brought level 1-1 against Fulham. So we respond right away in this one. And I knew in this game there were definitely more goals in it, unlike the previous games. This one was way more open, and I knew that we could score some more in this one. So into the second half, about 10 minutes after the restart, we come forward. Marsh is going to hit Bennett. Bennett through to Telford. He's one-on-one. He finishes that one. A very nice, simple finish with his right foot, finessing it into the bottom corner. And we go up 2-1 against Fulham. Another goal by Telford. A nice goal to be able to finally give us a lead. And we would try to add on to that lead in the 60th minute off of this corner. Marsh whips it in. Wynn gets up and heads it home to give us a 3-1 lead. Another header goal for Alex Wynn in this career mode. He's just great off of those corners with his jumping and strength, and we go up 3-1. Fulham would try to get back into this game, though. 5 minutes after we scored, they played nice ball through here to Kearney, and he would slot that one home to bring it to 3-2. However, with a couple minutes left, we were looking to seal the deal on this victory. Telford is going to find Matondo, and Matondo will not be caught. He is one-on-one with the keeper, and he finesses this one home. A nice little finesse around the keeper to make it 4-2 and seal this game, get us the 3 points. And we end up beating Fulham 4-2 behind 3 second half goals in that one to seal that game. After those games, we have 10 played in the Premier League, and we have 11 points. We're currently in 15th. We've been off to a rough start, as I said, but we've seen some good performances. It's a lot of draws against some good teams, and we've got that win against Fulham. Hopefully, that can give us some momentum heading into the later months of the year. I really like Matondo off of the bench, as you saw in that last game against Fulham. His pace is just electric, and it's really, really good to be able to use him off the bench late in games and just blow by defenders, and hopefully we'll be able to get a couple goals that way this season. But that's going to be it for this episode of the Newport County Road to Glory Career Mode. If you guys did enjoy it, make sure to drop a like. Let me know what you think down below in the comments, and subscribe if you are new, and I'll catch you guys soon with a new episode.